What's up guys, Barry Game here, back with some more Idle Heroes, and today we have a perfect early game account here thanks to one of our viewers, Lars. He's actually helped us out a ton on content creation when it comes to different types of accounts and stuff, and we have a perfect situation here to test out Alikita in the early game. We don't even have Sealand 20 done, so we can see what this hero can do. We even have a very interesting artifact to test with her, Kiss of Ghost at Glittery, meaning she will get some healing, which is pretty cool. We do have the 20%, which means we do have guild tech this time. That's what that means. Wait, she's a mage, right? Yeah, mage. Looks good. Okay, so this is a typical account that had, you know, nothing super invested on anything. We did have this Eloise, which does have a regular crown, and that's what we're gonna test out here today. Regular crown, regular gear, see how the kind of hero works out. We'll see if she can go without healing. I'm a little pessimistic, but this feels like a very much early game type situation, not even an awakening on any heroes. And then if we need to, we're going to take some of the void imprinting from Eloise and see what it does. So let's jump into it. Let's see what this hero Alikita can do in the early game, even though you probably shouldn't try doing it. So let's see what she can do. Now the downside here, the dark team here, is pretty much the usual. There aren't really any debuffs to be had, so she's essentially the only debuffer. Do we have resources? We do. So let's get a little bit of a team going here. Sadly, maybe RNG gives us an Amun Ra. Absolutely does not. We are going to go with the typical type team here, where we're going to go up to level 100, and then we're going to grab a bunch of these carries at level 100 and see if they can kind of help support her. So we're going to run, I think, 3 carries. We're going to see if that Drake can survive a little bit, maybe. I'm highly doubting he can, but we'll just give him something tanky. Maybe he can stay alive, and then we'll have the typical team for the Dark Sealand. Now, the first few, I hope to goodness gracious this is actually easy. I'm hoping. Don't know if it's going to be good. I imagine she still has the damage even as just an E5 to take this out, especially with the support heroes around her. The damage is okay, being that it's Sealand 11 doesn't give me much hope. Her base attack doesn't really do much in this one here unless she did hit the boss. The boss is the only one that has an attribute buff that can be removed. Still not doing it. I guess now that we're down to the boss, it's good because now he gets rid of all, or she gets rid of all the dots. I mean, we're on round 9. I am not optimistic about this damage, but let's see how far she can actually go. Oh my goodness. Okay, all right. Balance strike seems like it's going to be a must, and let's just see if she can get a crit attack stone, honestly, because I feel like without a crit attack this could get sketchy. We'll save the crit attack just in case we have the worst luck known to man, because I think we are going to need more crit chance to guarantee some healing here. And of course, with Balance Strike, if a portion of her hit doesn't crit, we get the bonus damage as well. So that can be a solid combo. We just need to hit the right thing. Position, attack. Now we want, that was, I really feel like anything but this stone right here, it's just going to be really bad for us. And then again, we are going to go to this right here. I think that's okay. Let's see if that makes a difference on this difficulty right here. And again, we're just using the traditional bog standard kind of dark team with some Amun Ras, some carries, and all that funness. The damage instantly feels better going for that higher crit chance. However, she's taking a lot of damage. She needs a crit right here badly. Wait, she killed the target, so she didn't heal. Is that what happened? Oh Lord. Oh Lord. Yep. Even with a crown, the survivability looks a little weak. Maybe we need that Kiss of Ghost for that additional healing. So now she's more offensively built. It does feel better. She did get rid of that buff that was stacking on the boss, which I guess is good. Did she not actually remove it that time? That's interesting. She's not healing for a ton. My goodness. Wait, she's like not healing for anything. Did I not put Balance Strike on? Or is that... what is happening? Feels like she's not healing for anything with this. Did I set her up wrong? Is she not configured properly? No, she's definitely set up right. Interesting. Well, let's try the Kiss of Ghost. That's also giving us 100% armor break, which kind of solves the problem she has with not enough damage. Okay, that feels about the same. The fact that her ability is like random though does not feel great. Okay, that finally was a full heal. That definitely feels better. Let's just watch her HP bar. Yeah, the Kiss of Ghost kind of working good actually. Although we are still getting up there in rounds, which is not great. But Kiss of Ghost kind of fixes the issue we were having. It seems like as long as we're not taking too much damage thanks to the carries, this might work out okay. I feel like if we had more Amun-Ra's, it would be better, honestly. Like, honestly, if we had 4 Amun-Ra's, this would just be going so much better because the Amun-Ra's provide a lot of survivability for this type of team. Whew. And without them, a little lacking. Let's see if we can skip through a few of these to get to some higher difficulties. Let's grab like 5 more of these. Can we get it without going void imprinting? We cannot. Which isn't a good sign since, you know, this hero right here can pretty much do that already. So let's get rid of this. Let's jump on over to here. Let's start with like V2s. I feel like V2 is something very easily done in the early game. So we'll go with that right there. V2, that gives her a little bit more stats and everything. This, no. Okay, it can get it done. It's just going to take a little bit of RNG. She did get stunned. Oh my gosh, the incoming damage is way too much now. I think if we do void imprinting, we're gonna have to go back to like a crown situation where we have more damage reduction, and maybe we can make this work. It does mean our damage is gonna suffer. It does also mean our healing is gonna suffer, but if we're dying, it doesn't matter how much damage potentially we could do because we're not living to get it done. Gotta get like a full heal here. We didn't crit. Yep. It's possible. It's definitely possible. And honestly, a lot of the newer heroes since Eloise came out need like V4 to get C-Lane 20 done, especially on an earlier game account that doesn't have a ton of things. Maybe we need to put her in the front row. Nah, that's not gonna work either. That's definitely not gonna work. I think we're gonna have to bring her straight to V4 to even have a shot at this, because we're getting stuck at 17. Doesn't give me much confidence on this hero. As cool as she is, the fact that she doesn't have any built-in damage reduction, I think is probably one of the biggest issues. Let's go all the way up to V4, just like our Eloise would have, and see if this does anything. This is a lot more stats, so survivability should go up. So should our damage, because we have the higher versions of all the skills and more attack value. Decent hit on that active. The basic needs to try to take some of these targets out though, because they're just healing back up. We need a good active in round 4. Pretty solid. Sadly, they're not going to die off, and she is. Oh lordy. I mean, I guess we could try going back to the Kiss of Ghost at this point, get the additional healing, but she's going to be so much more glass cannon. Even if she does have that additional healing, I guess we could go back to Unbending Will to buy her some time, because maybe the Balanced Strike at this point, a little overkill when it comes to the healing portion. Yeah, she gets extremely squishy in this scenario. So let's go back to an Unbending Will setup and try just a couple more attempts. Good hit. Problem is, she's gonna die. She would have. Buys her a couple hits with that Unbending Will, and that might be just what she needs, because she's going to get a decent heal. And then once we take enough targets down, the chances of her getting one shot is much lower. So yeah, this is actually pretty good with the Kiss Ghost. It's a nice mixture of both survivability, healing, and damage output. Seems like that's the way to go. I say it all the time. Kiss of Ghost, I think an upgraded Kiss of Ghost is a very underrated artifact in the early game because it provides the healing and damage output to a lot of heroes that might be lacking sustainability or damage ramping. Now, Kiss of Ghost doesn't ramp damage, but that part where it gives 100% armor break is quite a big deal in a lot of these scenarios. The problem is we don't heal enough and we don't have targets down. Might be too many hits like that right there, but I think with enough RNG this would get it done. However, who would honestly have a Kiss of Ghost like this? Probably no one. Granted, if she had like a melodic strings, it might be good, or an upgraded crown might also provide her the survivability she needs to run something like Balanced Strike. But overall, I think we can all assume that this is kind of the end result that we would expect from a new hero nowadays. Almost good enough, just not like almost good enough for C-Lane 20, but nowhere near as good as an E3 Eloise clearing it out. Like, it's just, there's no comparison. Big damage, almost took the boss down. Drain the energy from the boss, so we might have a chance if we get to another active here. I think we might actually clear this. Oh, nope, never mind. Yep, that pretty much sums up what I was expecting from this hero. So, why they can't make overpowered new heroes? I don't know. Maybe one day they'll listen to me and they'll make it a thing. Hopefully you guys enjoy this one. If you guys have different experiences with Alikita, leave a comment down below. Let me know, and maybe we can jump on your account to see how she performs. See you guys next time.